is, I'm indeed very delighted that she has accepted our invitation and is here as a speaker for this webinar. She has a vast experience and you will, realize when she speaks. And welcome, Asha, but next time we would want you to visit here at least once.
For sure, ma'am. Thank you so much, Maniwala,
Yes.
ma'am.
Yes.
It's indeed my pleasure to be here. Nothing can beat Dr. Manimala Puri. So I am just, disciple, and you have been a great mentor to me. And thank you so much for inviting me. And yes, definitely, Pune is one of my favorite cities. So I would like to visit it someday.
Yes.
I remember visiting it and met you as well. Yeah, thank you so much for,
Ma'am, I'm also inviting you for the same.
Thank you so much, sir.
So, Asha, just to give you a background, we have applied for the law courses and soon we will be starting our School of Law.
Okay,
We
ma'am.
are expecting the Bar Council visit anytime. On March 27th, we had got their date also, and we were ready for the online visit, but somehow due to some problem at their end, that visit could not be completed. And now we are awaiting that Bar Council visit to happen. Once that is done, we have launched two courses, three in fact. One is the BA LLB, the LLB course, and the LLM course. And once it starts, then definitely we'll be inviting you on our board of studies, definitely, for sure. And then to visit our university and, feel the ambience. It's in a very lush green environment amongst the mountains, very near to Lonavala. So you will love it if you come it in the monsoon season, which is about to start now. So let us formally start this program. I would like to give everybody, especially our esteemed speaker, a brief idea about our trust, about our university before we formally invite her to start the program, start the webinar. Just to give you a brief, our Pimpri Chinchwad Education Trust has got a legacy in education since the last 33 years. It started off with a small polytechnic in India in 1993. And then, it bloomed to in a very big conglomerate of having many colleges, and the university is the latest addition. So we started with engineering colleges. We had one engineering college, which is our flagship college, PCCOE. That college today has a very high cutoff in the under the cap rounds of Maharashtra government. It goes up to 98%. And then we started with another college at another campus. So two engineering colleges, then one management college, one architecture college, one PGDM college, one school, one senior college, and then two other colleges belonging to another trust have also been handed over to us to manage them and have the administrative control. Our specialty is, this group is known for disciplined academics. So it's like a kind of a school when the engineering college, the students' and attendance is monitored, their parents have been informed, and a close check is kept. Another specialty is very good placements. So our colleges now we can boast of placements. Highest package is up to 61 lakhs placed in an IT company. So we are very well known for that. And now this latest addition to this group is this university, which was established last year. It's in the category of private university enacted by the state government of Maharashtra. We got the permission in last April, May, and to start the operations. And we started the admissions, and August we started the first academic session, August 23. I feel very proud to tell you that we have 1,200 students on campus right in the first year.
That's wonderful.
And this year, again, we have added few more courses and programs. Last year, we started with the School of Engineering and Technology, where we have the CS branch in 3 flavors. Then we have the BCA, MCA program. We did not venture out with other engineering branches. We only started with the CS branches to begin with. Maybe next year we could think of mechanical or electronics engineering. Then we have the School of Management, where Dr. Asha Verma is the director who has joined this webinar. We have the BBA course and the MBA course, of course, with different specializations from HR, marketing, finance, international business, business analytics, fintech, and so on. And then we have the School of Design, where we have the BDES program and the MDES program, again with 3 specializations. Then we have the School of Liberal Arts, which has got English and the other subjects like economics and so on. Then we have a School of Sciences, where we have courses like BSc in Clinical Psychology, BSc in Food and Nutrition, that also started last year. With all these schools, in place, we offer multidisciplinary education. And we are following NEP right from day one, like the majors and the minors also we have implemented. The minors are being offered by various schools. So various baskets are being offered, and a student can have a major and minor on his grade sheet as per the NEP. We also have made provision for the multiple entry and exit policy. So that is about this university. This year, we are adding 2 new schools. One is the School of Media and Mass Communication, with few courses like BA in Journalism, BSc in Animation and Gaming. And the second school that we have added this year is the School of Law, which we are awaiting now the Bar Council visit. So this is about our university.
So it's a wonderful legacy, I must say, ma'am.
Yeah.
And
Now,
in case if you have any, concerns or any assistance which is required from the Bar Council of India, just let me know.
okay, sure.
Yeah. So BCI is not an issue.
If you have some connect, of
Yeah.
course, we are inquiring, but if you could just find out when are the visits now being planned. What I was told that after 4th June, it will happen. 4th June was.
All right, I'll do that.
Just find out. And so once we are over with that, we are ready with everything, the moot court, everything we are ready.
Okay, all right.
Yeah. So now over to you, Asha, for your session. I think Dr. Hemant would like to introduce.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you. Nice meeting, virtually meeting, ma'am. I think we met in person in August, last August.
Yes, last August.
Yeah.
Surely, ma'am. Thank you very much, Manimala, ma'am, and I'm very much thankful that you joined today. Actually, ma'am, it is World Environmental Day, so ma'am has been very busy since morning. But fortunately, she met me and she asked that I would join Asha for some time, and I would like to welcome her. So thank you very much. Even many students
very kind
are there.
of you, ma'am.
Even we have got many students. When I just told about you, so they were very excited to welcome, and they prepared something to welcome you. So I won't them disappoint them.
Sure.
They should not be disappointed, ma'am. But it is very good day, friends, as ma'am is with us. I can remember this day as Environmental Day, World Environmental Day. And one more very important thing, as ma'am is speaking from a very pious place. This is the land of Guru Dronacharya. That is called Gurugram. Earlier we used to call it. Now it is Gurugram. And Asha ma'am, I would tell you that this place is also belongs to a Guru Tukaram. Although Guru Tukaram is considered Guru of Marathas, but both are the places of Gurus. So this is very good day as we are welcoming you. And formally, I want one of my students to introduce you to other people. He has prepared your introduction. May I have Kushal over there? He is from BTech second year. So he asked me, sir, I would like to welcome him. And in fact, the topic is very tremendous. This is NEP. I think many of our friends, those are actually, we are also learning about that. So I think you have got master in that. And some more things are there to be shared, ma'am, as you started from HIMT. So I got very excited then. Dr.
It's a long association.
That this PCU is having connection with HIMT nowadays. Everybody is coming from. Initially, we also started from there. So Kushal, are you there, beta?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Please formally tell the people about ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, sir.
Here we go.
Thank you, Dr. Hemant. Yes, sir. Thank you, Dr. Hemant Sharma, sir. And good afternoon, everyone. I am excited to introduce Dr. Asha Verma, a highly respected leader in the field of legal education. She graduated from the Department of Law at Kurukshetra University, Haryana, and is now the Pro Vice Chancellor and the Director of the Law School at IILM University in Gurugram, Haryana. Dr. Verma has spent 21 years in academics, where she made a significant impact both as a teacher and as a researcher. She has published many articles in top academic journals and presented over 95 research papers at various national and international conferences. Her work has also led her to collaborate on projects with well-known NGOs and state governments. In 2010, she earned an upper grade A in UGC-sponsored orientation program at Kurukshetra University, highlighting her dedication to academic excellence. Just recently, on March 30, 2024, she was honored with the phenomenal SHE 2024 award by Honorable Mr. Justice K.G. Balakrishnan, involved in several professional organizations such as Indian Society of International Law, All India Law Teachers, Congress, the Indian Society of Labor Economics, Australian Labour Law Association in Melbourne, and Asian Association of Law Professors in Kathmandu. Her areas of interest include labor laws, human rights, environmental law, law of contract, constitutional law, copyright law, and research methodology. Her career has taken her around the world to some famous places like Australia, the UK, France, Hong Kong, and Indonesia, where she's gathered wealth of knowledge and experiences. In short, Dr. Asha Verma is a remarkable academician and a leader who continues to inspire and influence many in the legal field. Thank you for joining us today, Dr. Asha Verma. PCET is excited to welcome you to our webinar.
Thank you so much,
Thank you.
Kushal. Such a
Thank
wonderful
you,
introduction.
Kushal.
Thank you so much. And
Ma'am,
God bless you, beta.
Ma'am, unfortunately, I don't know whether it is fortunate or we are unfortunate. Many students are there. They ask me, sir, we would like to welcome ma'am as ma'am is Pro Vice Chancellor.
That's so kind of you. That's so kind of you, sir.
So one of my student, she's Sakshi, wants to tell you something about this trust. Although you have been acquainted by Dr. Manimala Puri, but actually we are mentoring them, ma'am, by
No,
this
it's
only,
okay, sir. Just
that
go
they
ahead
are
with it.
future speakers. So, beta Sakshi, you please most welcome to come up. Please come.
So I'm grateful for this opportunity. I will speak about my education trust today. Pimpri Chinchwad University Trust PCET has a legacy nurturing since 1990. Its sole mission was aimed at servicing society, the industry, and the stakeholders through the value inculcating quality education in the areas of schooling as well as professional tutelage in the fields of engineering, IT, management, and health sciences, liberal arts, designs. Our 12 institutes spread across our 3 campuses in Nigri, Rawat, and State, Vadgaon, Mawal, Pune, respectively have carved out the name of themselves, having transformed lives of 740,000 students so far. Our institutes, Pimpri Chinchwad of College Engineering, PCCOER, and Pimpri Chinchwad College of Engineering Research, PCCOER, and SB Patil College of Architecture and Design are some most of a sort of college in this country. And very much thank you, ma'am, and welcome to join this meet.
Thank you so much, Sakshi. God bless you, beta.
Thank you, ma'am.
Actually, ma'am, PCET is a trust. You must be knowing now, as ma'am told that it is a trust. We started institution in 1990. So this is Pimpri Chinchwad Education Trust. So PCET runs many colleges, but it was first time last year, then they established this university and it has been given to our hand to lead it. So we are trying to lead it. We have been doing very good by your blessings and cooperation.
Yeah.
And sometimes whenever we get stuck, so Dr. Manimala Puri, our Pro Vice Chancellor, Dr. Sudeep is there, our Executive Director, Dr. Girish Desai is there. As you told them that you love Pune, have you ever been here or?
Yes, twice.
Okay,
I am an
okay.
Osho follower basically. So both the times I came to the international commune. So that is
Right,
the reason
right,
that I met Dr. Mani Malapuri.
right. But
Once I came to ILS Pune, Law College
okay,
Pune.
okay,
And the
okay.
second time I came
So
to
you
Indian
just
National.
visited for some days, but we want you to
Sure.
stay.
As I said, it's one of my favorite places in
No,
India.
really, ma'am. Now
Wonderful.
the beautiful time is to be started for 6 months. It would be very much good time, and I welcome you on behalf of this PCET. You better
Thank you
come
so
here. And
Thank
it was all about this PCET means it was all about what Sakshi told. It was all about trust. Now Pradyanya is there. Is there Pradyanya? Are you there, beta?
Uh,
She would.
yes, sir.
She would tell about this university, ma'am. This
Yeah.
was started last year only. So Pradyana, most welcome, beta. Need not to be worried. Ma'am is very good as you are seeing. Huh? I'm just trying to
Yeah.
make them
Am I,
Yes,
easy.
yes.
Please, beta, you please tell ma'am, welcome ma'am with your words and just tell about this PCU, please.
Yes, thank you, sir. I consider my privilege to share a few words about our prestigious university, which is Pimpri Chinchwad University, located in Satimawad. Pune is a child university of Pimpri Chinchwad Education Trust. With the inception of the Pimpri Chinchwad University, it's a milestone project of PCET has set the high aim to transfer the students. Our mission at PCU inclusive foster academic excellence, innovations, and social responsibilities. It is also aimed to embody the research and entrepreneurship attitude amongst the students, can make them responsible global citizens and the leaders. So there are through industries relevant curriculum, international exposures, and skill development. The governing bodies of members of PCU are Shri Harshavardhan Patil as a Chancellor, Dr. Girish Desai sir as a Executive Director, Dr. Mali Malapuri ma'am as a Chief Chancellor, the Dr. Subed Thepate as a Pro Vice Chancellor, the PSU composed by the academic discipline through the various schools like School of Education, School of Engineering and Technology, Management, Design, Science, Pharmacy, and here we are with the recent introduced with the School of Law. The PCU offers the broad array of academic programs like BTech, MTech, BCA, MCA, BBA, MBA, BCS, and the B Pharmacy, D Pharmacy, and LLB, etc. At PCU, we believe that the education extends beyond the classrooms to solidify this. PCU has offered the wide range of extracurriculum activities such like seminars, annual fest, celebrating the various festivals, sports competitions, and fashion shows, DJ nights, etc. For the welfare of the students of PCU has also the committees like anti-ragging committees, career and counseling, discipline, finance, IIC, IQAC, sports and culture committees, where we have students where we have the students Greeceware's committees to resolve any issues of the students. PCU has received many awards like Best University has shaping new India by the Nav Bharat College Dunia, the G24, etc. Lookouts at the rank of PCETs. Pimpri Chinchwad University rank is at the 9th amongst the top emerging universities in India. I can't explain or I can't enhance a university in a few words. Thank you for appreciating. I appreciate your time and attention. Thank
Very
Thank
good,
you so much,
beta. It
Pradanya.
is
Pradanya, what is the meaning of Pradanya?
Wisdom.
Okay, wisdom. Very. Thank you
So
so much. God bless you, Beta.
wisdom-wise, Pradanya is very good, and it was very first time she was denying to come on the camera, but I asked her,
It was
"Beta, let it
wonderful,
be."
Pradanya.
बहुत अच्छा
It was
बोला
Thank,
बेटा.
wonderful.
thank you. Thank you,
Wonderful.
ma'am.
And
She
you
Thank you.
should
tried
not
to come
miss
out.
these type of opportunities. Whenever you get, just take them.
Right
Yeah,
now, I
thank you.
have to insist them on, but I'm trying to make them ease on this camera, ma'am. The word has come like this,
Yeah, correct.
fortunately. Ma'am, one more thing, I would take your 5 more minutes.
It's okay, sir.
Actually, as you said that I love Pune, so I would like to give you the live view of this university and the sceneries if you see. Of course, you have been told everything about the trust and the university, but while seeing this live, you will definitely be attracted to the place where the university got established. So I think we also came from Delhi for this reason only. After seeing this, even the students are very good. And one
Survival
more
in Delhi is
thing,
very difficult.
like they are very good at Marathi language. So we also are trying to learn some new things. Actually, new culture is there, new food is there to us. So it is very good, and
I
I
always
welcome you
wanted
to be here.
yes, sir. I always wanted my son to study in
Yes,
Pune, but
yes, yes.
somehow it was
No, many are there, ma'am. Many students are there from North India, and we are trying to get them because place is very good, no doubt. So I want Sharon. Sharon, are you there, Pita? Sharon. Sharon, ma'am. I think she has been busy with ma'am. Actually, she wanted me to show something about the university. So as she comes, ma'am, we can give you the view of the university later on.
yeah.
Now I want you to start the session as I have been told that ma'am is very qualified personality, skilled debater,
No,
is
not at all.
professional, knowledgeable, brilliant. So I'm flooded with the words,
Thank you.
but I'm
Not at
not.
all. Thank you so much.
So I won't take your more time. I want you to start your session because it is very important topic nowadays, and everybody needs it. So, ma'am,
Yeah.
over to you. Now it's your time. You take your time. How much you want to take? There is no problem. Since we took your time, and later
No,
on,
no, it's okay,
while
sir.
at the end, I'll give you the view. I'll try my level best if Sharon comes. So you will be attracted to Pune. Over to you, ma'am.
Okay, thank you so much. So, first of all, yes, let me. Okay, so yes, good afternoon to the esteemed audience. I can see many names here. So I am, as my introduction has already been given, so I am Dr. Asha Verma. I am the Pro Vice Chancellor and Professor in Law at IILM University, Gurugram. Today, I will share my views on the topic transforming legal education in India, impacts and opportunities of the national education policy. Since this particular webinar has been conducted by the law school, so I, took this legal education in the title of my presentation, and I all feel honored to speak on this topic, which is, as sir has already mentioned, that it is very relevant in today's scenario. Now, initially, there was a perception that the national education policy did not specifically address fields like law or medicine, because whenever these, Bar Council of India and these people, whenever they came, used to come, so we say that no, it does not apply on law, it does not apply on medical. The only reason being because the regulatory authorities like Bar Council of India or the Medical Council of India did not specifically talks about the national education policy. But very recently, following a directive from the Bar Council of India on the instructions given by the Honorable Prime Minister of this country, Mr. Narendra Nath Modi, to law institution, now it is very clear that these institutions, law institution basically, must also comply with the national education regulations. When we talk about the national education policy, so we can say that it has become a landmark reform in the India's educational landscape, as it has set the stage for transformative changes across all levels of education, which also includes nowadays, as I said, legal education. So I would also like to add that we must recognize the critical role that the legal education plays in shaping the justice system and upholding the rule of law. And if you look at the document of NEP, you will find that NEP 2020, it aims to address some existing challenges and some, leverage opportunities to modernize and enhance the quality of legal education in India. If you talk about the legal education in India, we can say that it has traditionally faced many issues, including outdated curriculum, lack of interdisciplinary learning, then very limited resources, limited research opportunities, and inadequate emphasis on practical skills. Here, I would also like to quote a very recent statement that was given by the Bar Council of India, that almost 66% of institution in India, law institution in India, does not have the basic facilities of moot courts or legal aid activities. Now, these challenges have often resulted in a disconnect between the legal education and the dynamic needs of the legal profession and society, of course, at large. So the NEP 2020, the aim is to bridge this gap by promoting a very holistic, multidisciplinary approach to legal education, encouraging critical thinking and fostering a culture of research and innovation. This, if you study NEP document, so you will find that this policy aims to have an educational framework that not only imparts robust legal knowledge, but also integrates ethical, technological, or practical dimensions that obviously will prepare students to navigate and address contemporary legal challenges effectively. So by introducing flexible curriculum, promoting digital learning, and encouraging collaborations between law school and other disciplines, this NEP document, it aims to create a more responsive and globally, competitive legal education system. So, ladies and gentlemen, we must highlight the strategic initiative which is necessary to implement some changes, effectively. If we want to have an empowered, innovative, and socially responsible legal education system. So before I start with the main, the discussion of my presentation, I would like to introduce you to the NEP 2020, what actually it talks about. What is this? So if you look at about the overview of national education policy, and so as I have already said that this is national education policy is a landmark document that aims to change the Indian education system to meet the challenges of the 21st century. So there are so many. For example, this NEP 2020, it emphasizes on providing quality education to all children from early childhood to higher education. So the aim is to give access to education for all children who are in the age bracket of 3 to 18 years by 2030. So they have given a roadmap that by 2030, all the people, all the children whose age falls in this particular category, they will be, they will be graduated or whatever it is, at least, 12th or after this, the education thing. Then the other thing is, if you study the early child care, everybody is talking about this. So the early child care, childhood care and education system. So basically ECCE. Now this policy recognizes the importance of ECCE and aims to ensure that all children have access to quality early childhood education. That includes, play-based learning. Right. So we know that since I am from the law background, so we know that the Constitution of India has given us a fundamental right that every under Article 21A, that every child whose age is below, his 6 to 14 years, they will be given, right to education. It is given. So where the Constitution does not talk about is 6 to 14 years. What about after 14? So then the national education policy takes over from that. Then the other thing is with respect to the school education, if you study this national education policy, you will find that NEP 2020 also aims to transform the school education system by, focusing on foundational literacy, flexible curriculum, then multidisciplinary learning, vocational education, and reducing this curriculum content to essential learning. So we skilling, upskilling, then basic skill, everything is there. Then this is the school system. Then coming to the higher education system, again, this NEP policy, it aims to transform higher education by promoting multidisciplinary education, flexible curriculum, integration of vocational education, then promoting research and innovation. And the most important is internationalization of higher education, which was not in the previous document that was there in 1986. The other important aspect that is, taken care by the NEP is with respect to the teacher education. So this NEP also emphasizes the importance of high quality teacher education. The reason being, if you have good teachers, automatically the education system will improve. So the high quality teacher education will improve the quality of teacher and learning, teaching and learning basically. So it aims to transform, teacher education programs to focus on, again, because an NEP talks about two, three things, mainly multidisciplinary, then, integrated pedagogy and continuous professional development. So it is also there in the higher education system. Then the most important part is the assessment reform. So this policy basically it advocates for a shift from, from a rote learning to competency based learning and assessment. So this document, it talks about it actually proposes the establishment of a national assessment center, which is known as PARAK. So PARAK basically that will assess the students' progress through regular, formative, and very summative assessment. So it's not the internal thing, it's a continuous assessment. I remember when I was the student, or when I was teaching, I started teaching in 2003. So till 2010-11 we used to call it internal assessment or and midterm examination, but now we use the word continuous assessment, because it is not an internal thing, it's a continuous assessment. You can take quiz program, you can take projects, you can take assignments from the student. So continuously you are evaluating their assessment through these. So in that case, so you get to know what is the competency of this particular student, because it is very easy for a student to sit in the examination and get good marks. He just studies for one night, one day, and he gets good mark. But continuous assessment is completely different, because the day takes the charge of the class, and till the last day of your class, so that this particular student is a regular student, he is very active, he is interactive, he asks questions, he is this and that. So in that case, give your assessment on the basis of that. Obviously end term examinations, so we cannot do anything. Students, they come prepare, they in last one night they just study, and they, in some cases, they also get good marks. But continuous assessment is a thing that I actually appreciate, this particular thing, which now you find in the national education policy. The other important aspect is that is promotion of Indian languages. As I said that I come from the law background. To the Constitution of India, it says that you can promote, you can profess any language, and preservation of Indian culture, Indian heritage. So it's there, but generally you will find this two language formula, three language formula, which is not very successful in in a country, in a diverse country like India. If you go to South India, so they these schools generally they don't teach Hindi. But when after making this point in the national education policy, so they promote the Indian languages. Now, how the national education policy, it promotes the use of mother tongue or local language or any regional language as medium of instructions in schools up to grade 5, and preferably up to grade 8. So 6th, 7th, 8th is it's completely, it's the discretion of the school, but yes, up to grade 5. If the school is located in West Bengal, so Bengali will be mandatory. If it is in Maharashtra, then Marathi is mandatory. If the school is there in Tamil Nadu, Tamil is mandatory. If it's in Gujarat, Gujarati is mandatory. So it's there. So it gives, the reason being, you cannot keep away a child from their mother tongue, because people, they do not, they speak Hindi, they speak English, but they do not know their mother language. So this is another good important aspect which is there in NEP. The reason being, because it also encourages the teaching and learning of Indian languages across all levels of, education. If say, for example, if a person is there in the central, central, post, if he is an IAS, IPS, and originally he belongs to Haryana, originally he belongs to UP, but when he gets posting, promotion, and he serves in Maharashtra, so in that case, the children gets to know, okay, this is Marathi language, despite being from some other state. So it's a very good thing. The other important aspect which is there in the national education policy is with respect to technology integration. We have seen this after the COVID, how technology transfer, this thing, transition has taken place. So the policy, this NEP policy, it emphasizes the integration of technology in education to enhance teaching, learning, assessment processes. So yeah, now overall, if you study this NEP 2000, so basically the aim is to transform the Indian education system to make it more inclusive, more flexible, more multidisciplinary, and aligned with the needs of the 21st century. And the main aim is to foster a culture of innovation, creativity, and lifelong learning to prepare students for the challenges of the future. So before we come to the legal education, as it aligns with the main aim of the NEP, I think we must understand the current landscape of legal education in India. Now, if I ask you ki how many law education institutions we have, so approximately we have 1750 law institutions in India. So definitely we can say that the legal education system in India has evolved significantly since the establishment of the first law college that was set up in 1855, Government Law College, Mumbai. However, we are still grappling with several persistent challenges and disparities that impact the effectiveness and relevance in the contemporary world. Say for example, the predominant teaching method remains lecture based with limited opportunities for interactive and experiential learning. This is still there. And the other thing is, now everybody is talking about moot court. I remember when I was a student, I was studying in Department of Law, Kurukshetra University. At that time, people, they talked about the moot courts, but we have never seen a moot court thing. It never happened in our time. Moot court, I saw when I became a teacher in a law school. Then only I came to know, okay, this is known as moot court, because we were never had this opportunity. But nowadays, if you say we do not have a moot court facility, we do not have a legal aid facility, we do not have this thing, so I don't think people, they will come to you, because now the time has changed a lot. It's a global education system, right? Case method, then a moot court. So some institutions, they incorporate the case methodology, moot court competitions to provide practical insights and enhance advocacy skills. But what about those institutions who are not providing the same? As I said, that the Bar Council of India, in a very recent report, they said that more than 66% of institutions in India, they do not have the moot court facilities. And see the number of what type of legal professionals they are producing. Then other thing is, if you look at the interdisciplinary learning, so you will find that the interdisciplinary approaches are still emerging. With few law schools, they are offering integrated programs or courses that combine law with other disciplines like business then management, basically technology, social sciences. So as a for example, when I am while working as a director IILM law school, so we also integrated some multidisciplinary courses. So we introduced psychology, we introduced design thinking from the Department of Design. We also started critical thinking. Very recently we have started with the artificial intelligence, then election laws. So you will find that this you should we should not restrict our students only to that. Okay, you are a law student, you just study these subjects which are prescribed by the Bar Council of India. What will happen when these students tomorrow, when they go abroad, they do not know anything except for those 50-60 subjects. So if they student, we have introduced sports law. We do not have a law in sports law, but from this year onwards, we have started teaching them sports law. India is a country where everybody is playing. Everybody plays cricket, football, cricket. It's a religion in India. But we do not have any law. And in fact, I was wondering, and it is a very surprising thing in India, that even after this IPL controversies, match fixing, and all these, still we do not have. In case whenever a case, any such incident happens, any such case comes, so we do the justice. We take up the cases as per the Indian Penal Code. Indian Penal Code has something else, so we should come up with some sports laws in India. The other thing is with respect to quality and accessibility. Now, as far as quality and accessibility is there, you will find that quality disparities is there. So there is a significant disparity in the quality of legal education across different institutions. I'm not talking about NLUs, because with some NLUs and some top private colleges, they are offering superior infrastructure. They have brilliant faculties. They have remarkable resources as compared to many state-run law facilities. And if you go to some private universities which are located in a very lesser known place, then the situation is very worse. They do not have proper faculties, they do not have infrastructure, and many of the students, they after completing their 5 year, they do not know what moot court is, what legal aid is, what they are supposed to do in legal aid. The Bar Council of India is doing a lot, Supreme Court is doing a lot, but they do not know what legal aid is. Even, and I'll give you a data, even there are 27 or 28 NLUs. Out of these NLUs, all the NLUs are not in the top categories. Out of these 27, 28, only 16 or 17 are up to the marks. Otherwise, you will be surprised to know that in some of the NLUs, again, the same problem is there, infrastructure, faculties, and everything is there. The other important aspect which we can align with the NEP is with the faculty and research. See, as I already mentioned, faculty quality, it varies widely because there is a shortage of qualified, experienced law teachers. And if you look at the research output from the Indian law school is generally very low. It reflects the limited, and when I say the research output is low, so what does it reflect? It reflects the limited emphasis on scholarly research and publications. Then the other thing is access to quality legal education. Again, it remains a challenge for many students, particularly those who are from rural and economically disadvantaged backgrounds. It's very difficult to manage the high tuition fees in private institutions and limited seats in premier law schools. I remember whenever the CLAT examination happens, so they say ki last year 85,000 candidates they took the CLAT examination, and the number of seat is 6,000 or 7,000. So see, everybody cannot get into, and even the fees of NLU, it is very as compared to a state-run university, or it's very it's quite high. The other thing is that when we talk about the, as I said, that the NEP talks about the technological integration. So digital infrastructure is also an important aspect. The integration of technology in legal education is uneven. With many institutions, they are lacking, adequate digital infrastructure is not there. Resources for online learning is not there. For online, resources, databases for research is not there. So while some top tier law schools, they have adopted these e-learning platforms and digital resources, but the majority of the institutions still rely heavily on traditional methods and they lack comprehensive online learning systems. So I have seen most of the law schools not spending any money on basic e-resources like SCC Online, LexisNexis, Manupatra. And this is just because, and in case if they have taken it, it is just because the Bar Council of India has made it very clear that, okay, you will spend this thing, just show us that you have taken this database, and then only will give you the affiliation. So that once it is done, I have seen some of the institutions, they are least bothered to, get it subscribed again.
Right.
So the other thing is that with respect to the practical training and employability, now every day, because see, this is in law education, now it is nothing new in the law education also. But I remember when the students, when a candidate goes and wants to take admission in an engineering institutions or a management institution, the first question they ask is they are least bothered about the infrastructure or the faculty. They just ask, okay, just tell me what is your placement ratio. Yeah. So basically, everybody is talking about the employability. The same thing happens whenever you use the word internship, and it is there. So practical training and employability, this is also one of the factor in the Indian legal education system. Nowadays, it is it's not feasible to think about the law learning without any experiential learning. So it's mandatory. If you look at the curriculum, you will find that the Bar Council of India has made it very clear that after completion of your first year, you will mandatory internship for 4 weeks. Then after completing of your second year, mandatory internship of 4. And they have also in our law school, we have make it mandatory. After first year, you will go and do your internship in some research. In some law library, then second year with some NGO, in third year you will do this thing. So the student, they get an opportunity to work with every organization. Again, there is a skills gap among graduates entering the legal profession as practical training through internships, clinical education, because again, this is also not uniformly emphasized. It is also there in NEP. When I say employability, we say that it is estimated that almost 10 to 15,000 law professionals enter into the legal profession every year in this country. Now, despite this huge number and emphasis which is given by the Bar Council of India, many law students, they face challenges in securing employment. And the reason is due to the disconnect between the legal education and the practical requirements of the legal market. it becomes even more worse for those graduates who come from the lesser known institutions where they have never seen a moot court, they have never been into a legal aid activity, they have never been into a mock parliament or this and that. So they do not know. So, and they, they are least bothered about the internships also. So once they enter into the legal profession and then they come to know, okay, we should have done this thing, we should have done this thing. But at that time, it's too late. So I remember students, they used to go to foreign countries to do their LLM 1 year when it was a 2 years degree in India. So it was not about saving 1 year. It was this, but it was not only about saving 1 year, but also to do that the comparative analysis with global legal education system. If you compare because India, we follow the common legal system in India. So a common legal system with US, UK, Singapore, Australia, Canada. So these are the major institutions. If you go to these, because you will find the students generally they go to UK, Cambridge, or US, then Australia is there, then Canada is there, and then to some extent, though Singapore is not that much famous, but still people they also go to Singapore. If you look at these system, the foreign legal system, you will find that their curriculum, their pedagogy, their quality, their accessibility, their employability, then visa, everything, it was much better than we have in India. I remember last May I was in Australia, Melbourne. I went to Melbourne, then I went to Sydney. So I was with University of Technology, Sydney Law School. So when I just wanted to see their see their moot court. So firstly I went to Deakin Law School in Melbourne. So they have a very one of the beautiful buildings that I have seen in across the globe. So they showed me their moot court. I said it was a very small room. So they said our system is like this only. So we do not compare it with the Indian legal system. But the type of facilities they were providing, that internship is mandatory. And internship means that it robust internship. In India, we generally say, okay, you do internship, submit your certificate, and we'll take a viva, and that's done. But it's not there in Australia. I went to Sydney. So again, when I spoke with their dean, law school. So when she was telling me, okay, I said, okay, this is happening because in India now, though we are also doing this thing that we are making changes in the curriculum, we are making global challenges, changes in the curriculum and everything. But still, these countries are far ahead of us. Now, and now also, as I said, that the major chunk we can see that the students they are going abroad. As we can see that every year a major chunk of students they are going abroad for the studies every year. And remember, these are not only from the affluent families or above middle class families. There are they are from every sector. They are farmers, children. They are doing. There are many reasons for them to go abroad. Obviously settling is one of them. I'm not talking about that. This is a completely different aspect. But we can also not deny the fact that the education system abroad has a robust system with more focus on experiential learning. I remember my son, he had been an international student in Australia. So he used to tell me, we are doing this. He was a management student. So he used to tell me, okay, mom, I did this, I did this. I was very surprised. He was not doing a rocket science. But why in India we were not able to change our curriculum as per the international changes. The last part of my this presentation is that what is the impact of national education policy on the legal education, especially after, as I said, that we received a letter from the Bar Council of India on the directions of the Honorable Prime Minister of this country that NEP will be implemented on legal education also. Now, if you study the national education document, you will understand that some comprehensive structural changes have been proposed to it. And the aim is to foster a more holistic and contemporary approach. So if we connect it with the legal education, we can find that it actually emphasizes a multidisciplinary curriculum, encouraging law students to integrate knowledge from various fields, to broaden the perspective. This NEP, this document, it also advocates for a very flexible, very innovative curriculum that includes practical training, internships, moot courts to bridge the gap between the theoretical knowledge and the real world applications. NEP also talks about the importance of the technology in education, as I said, promoting the use of digital resources and online learning platforms. If we align Indian legal education with global standards and streamlining the regulatory process, no, definitely the quality the relevance, the competitiveness of the law graduate on an international scale, it can be enhanced. The second important part is with respect to curriculum reforms and the interdisciplinary approaches. So this document, it also advocates for a very flexible, very holistic curriculum that breaks down the traditional subject silos. Now, why it is done? This is done to encourage students to explore and integrate knowledge across various disciplines. It could be anything like, critical thinking is there, creativity is there, problem solving, skill is there. So what NEP has done, NEP talks about the multidisciplinary education. So it has incorporated subjects like humanities, sciences, vocational training into a very cohesive learning experience. So now the students are better prepared for the challenges of the modern world. The main aim is to cultivate a generation of learners who are equipped with a broad skills, capable of innovative and adaptive thinking. As I said, at IILM, what we do is we give a see, Bar Council gives 80% of the subject. Okay, you have to teach this in case if you are giving an honors degree, so you have to teach 58 subjects. It is a general degree, you have to teach 50 subjects. So it's only 80%. But what about the value added courses? You can teach them foreign languages, you can teach them critical thinking, you can teach them, just for example, we have started with the Bhagavad Gita, this thing. So we give a basket to the students, and then we tell them, okay, you choose as per your interest. So you will find that there are many students in your class who are very good in designing, but because their parents, they might think that design, what he will do in design and this and that. So the student generally, he is very good photographer, but obviously they say, no, photography will not give you anything. You do something else. So they are, for their, employability, so they are doing law, but their interest lies in photography. So what we have done is, so we have, with the journalism, media communication, so we have made some, changes. So the student, as per their interest, they can choose some subjects from their 2 credit course, basically from their basket. Okay, so one student has chosen psychology, one student has chosen photography, one student has chosen design, one student interior design, but majorly they are doing law. This is NEP. So basically, as I said, that we have to prepare those learners who equipped with a broad skill set. It does not only, for example, you will find, especially I have seen people, if you talk about them, okay, you tell them, okay, see, this is what happened during election. So they say, no, politics, I am not a political science student. It has nothing to do with political science. Being a citizen of this country, you should know what is happening. Ultimately, this is for you, this government, whether you have voted, whether you have not voted, that is completely immaterial. But this government is for you. You should understand that, okay, this is happening. You cannot say, I'm not a political science student, so I do not know what is happening in elections. At least you should have the foundational knowledge. This is NEP. The other thing is integration of technology, as I said, and digital resources in legal education. So NEP, it emphasizes the integration of technology and digital resources in legal education. The aim is to modernize, to enhance the learning experience. How? By incorporating some advanced digital tools, online learning platforms, and access to comprehensive digital libraries. The policy says that we must provide law students with up-to-date resources and a flexible learning environment. I have seen that it's a very good practice that I have seen that some of the law schools, they have also started virtual moot courts. They have started with the virtual moot court competitions also, and it's a very successful thing. Initially, I was wondering whether it is going to be a successful thing or not, because but see now courts are also working in a online mode. So you can see what is happening in the Supreme Court, what is happening in High Court. So they give you, day before yesterday, there was some, we were having something, at the university level. So they said, okay, Dr. Asha, you just attend this meeting. So the, virtual that court proceeding was happening in Chandigarh court, and I was sitting in Gurugram campus. I can, I could see everything what is happening. So this is virtual. So when the real courts can work virtually, why can't we have virtual moot courts? It's a e-resource, it's a learning for the students. And of course, we do have the online research databases. And as for this new, as I said, that very recently we received a letter from the Bar Council of India. So they have made very specifically, mentioning of computer science education. So from coming this 2024, so we made certain changes. So now we have made 2 credit courses, computer science education. So the students will be very basic computers. So every student, every law students now they will be studying the computers as one of the important. I remember it was in 2007 or 8. Then finally, we removed. Everybody removed. But now again, this is coming up because the government is focusing on the digital platforms. Then the other thing which is there in the this national education policy is that this policy, it emphasizes a lot on research and practical training. We all know, as far as the law thing is concerned, research is an integral part of everything. You are a judge, you are a lawyer, you work in some multinational company, you work in a corporate firm, you work in a law firm, and so on. Without research, you cannot survive in this competitive world. Even the Chief Justice of India, before he goes to his office, the first thing which he does in the morning, he goes to the Supreme Court library, he does a research, then only he goes to his office. See, this is the importance of research. So the NEP puts a strong emphasis on research and practical training in legal education. So we can say that by fostering a culture of research, the policy encourages students to engage in critical inquiry, critical thinking, scholarly exploration, or innovative solutions to legal challenges. So a number of things are there. And moreover, NEP 2020, it also emphasizes on the importance of practical training through internships, through moot courts, through legal aid activities. So because these are hands-on experiences and these are very important for the students' understanding of the legal concepts and to prepare them with good advocacy, good negotiation, and problem solving skills. I remember last to last year, I met Dr. Kiran Bedi, and as everybody knows, so she runs 2 major NGOs and India Vision Foundation and Navjyoti Foundation. So she, when she spoke to me, she said, Asha, why can't you give 2-3 students, 2-3 students from psychology department and 2-3 from the law background, law students, so who could work on a project. So 3-4 students from the law and 3-4 total 10 students, they work on a project with Dr. Kiran Bedi. So initially the students, they were very ma'am kaise karenge, kya hoga, kaisa nahi hoga, then I said, no, this is a learning experience. She also knows that you are only a student, you are not a policy maker, you are not a legislator ki jisko sab pata hoga. You just go and take a hands-on experience. And we all know that she works for the various prisons, jails. The hard jail mein she has worked a lot. So nowadays she is working in a Gurugram jail, Bhonsi jail jisko hum bolte hain. So she asked these students, so every month for 2 or 3 days, these students, they used to go to the this jail. They used to meet some prisoners there, and then they were working on a project. So this was a very hands-on experience. Now the students, they before they could get their degree, so they knew, okay, this is happening, this is how an NGO works, this is how we do. So everything was there. So now this is the importance of the. So what we are doing is, so in that case, I would like to say that yes, hands-on experience in every sector is important. It's not a legal aid, it's not a moot court, everything. The now the next thing is that when we talk about the opportunities for the legal education or for the legal institutions, NEP, it emphasizes the use of active learning techniques. As I said, case-based learning, simulations, role-playing exercises to engage students and to create a deeper understanding of the legal concepts. We conducted a mock parliament on, we do not have a law on the honor killing in India. So we gave this subject to the teacher, and then we said, okay, this is opposition, this is the ruling party, and then you come up with your research. And you won't believe it, they were exceptionally brilliant, every student, because when you tell them, okay, you become Narendra Modi, you become this, and so they are happy. And the research which they did without any help, without any assistance from the faculties, it was marvelous, it was wonderful. The only thing is we should give them the opportunity. Otherwise, the potential of the students, we are underestimating the potential of the students. The next thing is that is being taken, being mentioned in the national education policy is that the collaborations between law schools and legal professionals. This is very important. So through partnership with legal professionals, whether it is some law firm, whether it is some council, standing council is there, or whatever it is, law schools can offer students valuable insights into real world legal challenges. As I said, that some students, they are working with this, there are 4 students who are working with an NGO, Bachpan Bachao Andolan. So directly they were having, then some students, they were working with Competition Commission, nowadays the Competition Commission of India, National Commission for Women. All these institutions, they also provide paid internships, paid or unpaid intern, but they provide. So the students, they get with a hands-on experience. So when the students get to know about these institutions, or when these institution becomes partners with these legal practitioners, so the students, they get valuable insights into the legal into the real world legal challenges, trends, best practices. Okay, they are doing this. They are collaboration opportunities such as guest lectures, workshops, internships, and it also enables students to gain practical experience and develop professional networks and early in their academic journey. In fact, I would say that engagement with legal professional enriches the curriculum, because if you take their expertise regularly, the curriculum remains relevant and responsive to the evolving needs of the legal profession. I remember last month, so there was a person. She was a lawyer, and she worked with this NADA, that's a National Anti-Doping Agency. So she came and to give her insights on doping, how doping takes place, and why these people and why everything. So people, I still remember the students. They were so enthused that after the lecture got over, so they went and they met her and they said, "Ki, we want to see the live proceedings." Because ultimately they knew something is happening. We just know कि कुछ लोग जो है ओलंपिक में जा रहे हैं और उनका नार्कोटिक उनका हुआ और उनके सैंपल जो है वो फेल हो गए हैं, बस इससे आगे हमें कुछ नहीं पता होता. But the thing is, when the students, when they get in hands-on experience, when they say, okay, this person who is dealing with these cases in every day in their life, so when they are giving their insights, so it's something else. There was this DGP from Uttarakhand, and he was working with the cyber cell. So he came and he talked about 27 real cases that happened in the cyber world, and he talked about on every issue. Okay, see, do not do this thing. So the students, they got a very good opportunity. Now, when I say to overcome these challenges, implementation strategies should focus on enhancing faculty development programs to equip the educators with the skills to deliver experiential learning effectively, basically. So establishing strong collaborations between law schools, the judiciary, and the legal professionals can facilitate internships and practical training opportunities. Furthermore, I would say that leveraging technology to create virtual moot courts and online legal clinics can also help, to bridge the resources gaps. Now, the last part of my, this presentation, that when we talk about that legal, this NEP is talking about this, NEP is emphasizing on this, what are the potential hurdles? Do you think that it is very easy to implement NEP in legal education? So let me tell you, whenever there is a change, there is a challenge. So the first thing is changing the existing curriculum, which can be, we know it can be, if I tell you, okay, you use this, okay, you add this, you remove this, it can be very time consuming and resource intensive. I say, okay, why don't you start artificial intelligence? Why don't you start a sports law? So the first question that will come up is, ma'am, there is no law in India. So how can we make the curriculum? How we are going to make the syllabus? From who is going to teach that syllabus? Because we do not have a law, we do not have any faculty on sports law. I understand that that it can be time consuming, and it can also be resource intensive. This is one thing. But the thing is, the aim of my this statement is that the integration of subjects from other disciplines like economics, history, sociology, it demands collaborations across faculties, which in some cases can be challenging to coordinate. Then the other thing is, when this policy talks about the new teaching methodologies such as experiential learning, skill-based learning, But you will find that especially in the government institutions, current faculty members, they may lack the necessary training, or in some cases they can be resistant also to change the long established teaching methodology. Nowadays, I have seen there was a team that came to our institution. So I was just talking. So she said that I'm very happy with still with the chalk and duster. So I was surprised because nowadays, even if you go to schools, so students they do not know what chalk and duster is. I'm not talking about the government schools, but yes, the time has changed. The other thing is, as I have already said, that the requirement of the substantial infrastructure, digital resources for blended learning, it could be an issue, but many law schools, particularly in rural areas or sub areas, they may struggle with inadequate facilities and limited access to technology. Electricity is a problem, power is a problem, internet facility is a problem. Then there are so many things which I'm not talking about Mumbai, Pune, Gurugram, Haryana, this Delhi. I'm talking about some very rural based.
Remote areas.
Yes. Then the other thing is financial constraints. We can say, okay, see, we will provide you this facility, will provide you infrastructure, will provide you faculties will be given training and this and that. But the thing is, financial constraint is an important aspect. We cannot deny this fact. The implementation of NEP, it demands significant financial investment. So public funded institution might face budget constraints, while private institution, they also find it challenge to distribute the increased cost with the students. If suppose if tomorrow the BCI says, okay, you have to do this, obviously you will take that cost from your student. So in that case, affordability can become an issue. Then the other thing is, which I said that there are cases which I also have seen that there is a resistance to change. Change is often met with resistance from various stakeholders, including students, faculties, even the administrative staff. So we can say that the shift from a traditional to any other approach to education, they may face opposition. And eventually what happens? It slows down the adoption process. आप अपने बच्चों को बोल दीजिए कि 100% हम ये करेंगे, वो वहीं पर रेसिस्टेंस शुरू कर देंगे, नहीं 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 ऐसे नहीं, हम तो ऐसे करते थे. So it's not very easy. All these stakeholders, I'm not talking about the students, I'm talking about the faculty. No, you just tell them कि मुझे याद है when I was told कि okay, you make every day you make 10 PPTs during COVID. So I was here, what is this? The whole time I do not know how to make a PPT, but yes, I had to. Then I used to. So, but the thing is, it hampered the education process to some extent. Then the quality assurance is also an important aspect, is also a big challenge. No one can ensure that all law schools, irrespective of their location, irrespective of their funding, they can meet the standards which is set up by NEP 2020. And when there is no standards without quality legal education, it does not have any meaning. So coming up with all these points, so the question generally arises, what is the future of legal education in India? Now, I must say that the future of legal education is bright, provided we give the best to our students. Holistic approach is there. So future, we'll see, this is my, which I am, saying that the future will see a shift towards an interdisciplinary curriculum where law students are encouraged to study subjects like, as I already mentioned, political science, sociology, technology, economics. So this will equip them with a broader perspective and a deeper understanding of the context in which laws operate. Then the legal education will also emphasize not only on the theoretical knowledge, but also practical skills like negotiation, arbitration, mediation. As I said, in the latest BCI letter, they said that the Pradhan Mantri Modi is very focused on mediation. So you start teaching mediation, though we teach ADR, but we have also included mediation in our upcoming batches. So these type of practical skills, it makes a graduate more versatile and more adaptable. The integration of digital technologies in education, it will become more pronounced. Online courses, virtual moot courts, then MOOCs and SWAYAM portals and other legal research databases, they will provide students with flexible learning options and access to a vast array of resources. They say, for example, understanding artificial intelligence and legal technology, it will become essential in the coming time. You cannot say, I do not know how to operate in a computer. then law schools will increasingly, this is also one of my assumption, that the law schools will increasingly incorporate international law and comparative law into their curriculum. More and more people, they are going abroad for work, for people, they are coming to India, they are looking at India for investment purpose. So when we change the global curriculum as per the global standards, so this will also, it's also going to prepare the students for careers in globalized legal world. Partnership with foreign universities and institutions, that will also offer job opportunities for exchange program, joint degrees or internship abroad, whatever it is. It will also enhance their global competency. Then we talk about all these things, but if we do not talk about the ethical training, so it means that we are lacking somewhere. So there will be a stronger emphasis on ethics, integrity, and social responsibility in legal education. So I believe that the courses on human rights, courses on environmental law and public interest law will become more prevalent. Then another part is where the Supreme Court is also emphasizing in India, that is encouraging pro bono work. It's there for the advocates in law schools. We start with the legal aid. So encouraging pro bono work and community service will be a significant aspect for legal education, because it ultimately it will give a sense of duty towards society among then as I said, future will also see many flexible and personalized learning paths. As I said, say for example, I would like to study sports law with, say, if a student says you are teaching constitutional law, so suppose if the student says I want to study sports law with constitutional law, it's a very good thing. Suppose if the student says ki I am studying evidence law, but I also want to study biotechnology, because ultimately evidence, forensic law and biotechnology, they are interrelated. So this, if the student is studying patent, IPR, and the student wants to study some of the design with sitting with a design student, so it will give this will it will give them a very global aspect. And I'm sure that the Bar Council of India and other regulatory bodies, they will also aim to enhance the quality of the legal education and to ensure that it meets the global standards. Now, as I said, collaboration with industry, close, it's law firms, corporations, NGOs. So these institutions, they can provide students with the practical insights and exposure to various, facets of the legal work. So if we say that for the long-term vision and for the goals of NEP 2020 for legal education, we have to prepare law graduates for global legal challenges and giving them a very comprehensive interdisciplinary education, integrating international law, economics, political science, then proficiency in legal technology or artificial intelligence tools. It's very essential for managing cross-border transactions and research. Now, international exposure through exchange programs, internships abroad, ethics and cultural sensitivity. So that these things will also ensure that these law graduates can face the world with confidence and competence. So that's all from my side. So thank you everyone for listening so patiently. I know it's very difficult to sit in this hot and humid weather.
No, really.
Listening to a person who is continuously speaking since 3 p.m.
It is humid there in Gurgaon, but it is very pleasant here.
Pleasant,
And being
yeah.
pleasant,
Our ACs,
being
ACs में
pleasant,
काम करना बंद कर
some
दिया.
students are there. They are coming with some questions. Actually, they have been, as you
Yes.
addressed one question, the future.
Yes, please go ahead.
So one of my student sent me the question that what would be the future, and you answered it automatically. Means already you answered. Then she said, "Sir, I wanted to ask something, but ma'am answered it already." So
see, the future of legal education is very bright in this country.
Afia, beta, you wanted to ask something? Please come up. Switch on your video.
Yes, sir.
Please.
So, ma'am, I wanted to ask that how will this NEP, the new education policy, address the challenges of ensuring the quality education for the students who belong to the social academic background?
See, the thing is, everything can only be done by the regulatory bodies. We talk a lot, we speak a lot, but unless and until the regulatory bodies come into picture, we cannot do anything. And that is the reason that when I said that NEP, See, making a policy document is something different, but the implementation process is more important than making the document. So initially we came up with a document which we say, okay, see, an NEP talks about this, NEP talks about quality education, this and that and everything. But what will happen? What is the implementation thing? So now the Bar Council of India, it should be a call from the Bar Council of India that, okay, see, these are the things, but it has to be implemented. So I'll tell you one thing. By 2006 or 7, 10 or 11, I think. See, Bar Council used to give affiliation for 4 years, 3 or 4 years. So once it gives an affiliation to a institution, तो 4 साल तक Bar Council आता भी नहीं था देखने के लिए क्या चल रहा है क्या नहीं. But now the things have been changed. They have closed down many institutions because they lack in infrastructure, they lack in faculties, they lack in everything. This is one. The second thing is, and now every year they give you the approval. Every year you have to take, and every year when they give the approval, so they say, okay, just give us how many database you are having, how many books, because they prescribe this is the number of the books. See, Bar Council of India is the only regulatory authority that tells you आपके लाइब्रेरी में 4000 किताबें होनी चाहिए फर्स्ट ईयर में, सेकंड ईयर में इतनी होनी चाहिए, थर्ड में बिल दिखाइए जाकर के देखें. आप समझ रहे हैं? तो दिस इज द थिंग दैट वी कैन डू. बट येस, I am not satisfied the way BCI is doing or any other regulatory authority is doing, but yes, there are loopholes. The main problem is in those areas which is far away from the cities, or which are in very you can say what do you say, remote areas. So what you expect from Pune or Gurugram, you cannot expect in a very smaller say I will not say village, but in a region. आप जो चीज यहाँ एक्सपेक्ट कर सकते हो यहाँ पे भी फिर भी है, मगर आप एक बिल्कुल छोटे एरिया में अगर आप जाएंगे, अमरोहा जैसे जगह पे आप जाइए, तो वहां पर आपने कभी आई थिंक वी हैव नेवर हर्ड एनी इंस्टीट्यूशन that is very good, but it has come from a small town or this thing. No, the reason is that yes, this is a loophole in this country, but yes, the regulatory authorities can do this. As I said, I mentioned in my lecture that computer education was mandatory in 2006 and 7, and then later on it was removed. But अभी 15-20 दिन पहले we got a letter from BCI that प्रधानमंत्री को ये सब चीजें चाहिए in the legal education, so please include computer science. So we have to include. We did not have any other choice. We cannot say we will not implement. The reason being because we have to give the report to the Bar Council whether we are teaching the student or not. And now everything is there on their portal. Every student registration, faculty registration, their education, everything. So the system is more transparent as compared to the system that was 10 years ago.
Arfia, beta, what happens initially we start working on what? So we have worked on what, now we have started working on how. So yes. I would like to answer you within 2 lines that you people are there, you are coming in the future now. Now you need to think along with us that how it should be implemented. Your question was really tremendous question, very intelligent question. I would appreciate it. Somebody else is there? Could you get the answer of your question, Arfia?
Yes, I got it. Thank you, ma'am.
Somebody else, Kunali, would you like to ask? You were raising your hand.
Sir.
Please come on.
Ma'am, how can we measure the success of NEP over the next few decades?
See, there is no parameter to measure the success of NEP. The only thing is once you start implementing the thing, then you can see through your students. As I said, I'll give you an example. You go to a high court. Say, for example, you go to Delhi High Court, and suppose if there are 10 students, out of 10, 3 are from NLUs, 3 are from state universities, and 3 are from very simple private universities, and 3 students who are practicing there, they come from a very backward area where they have studied. So you will find the difference, because the person who is coming from a very backward area, so where they do not have any resources, so they will feel outdated because they did not know okay, what is moot court, what is legal aid, and the person who is coming from a other influential thing, so they know, okay, we have, because they have appeared in moot court competitions, so they have done the moot court competition. So success, basically, I would say now in India, the regulatory authorities, they measure the success with their alumni, where the alumni have been placed. And this is a fact also. that if you say ki, okay, what is your alumni association, how many students are now, to BCI and UGC, they are very focusing on two things. One is mentoring and the second is alumni association. Ki if there are 100 students who are passed out in 2023, what they are doing. Now, if you say for example, out of 100 law students that passed out last year, so I say ki out of these 10 are judicial officer, 10 are doing 10 are working with United Nations, 10 are 10 they have gone to higher education. It means that the quality education is been provided. And if you say ki 100 students ki हमें पता ही नहीं है वो क्या कर रहे हैं, in that case, it means that quality education. And when we say, see, the emphasis is on NEP, that quality education. And then these are related with quality education. कैसे मिलेगी? Teacher अच्छा होना चाहिए, उसको खुद knowledge होना चाहिए, ये होना चाहिए, infrastructure होना चाहिए, online होना चाहिए. So basic aim is to give quality education. And the thing is quality education generally we see, हम क्यों कहते हैं कि IIT का placement ऐसा है या IIM का placement ऐसा, क्यों कहते हैं हम ऐसे? The reason being because we measure the quality, we measure the success of the students from the placement. If you say कि nobody has been placed, तो आप क्या बोलोगे? अगला sentence ये बोलोगे ना, कैसा institution है जो किसी को place भी नहीं करा पाया? Right? So this is the success. I will not say कि every student can be a successful story. I cannot say, but yes, the percentage is there. At least 50 to 60%. They should be successful, whatever they are doing.
I think Kunali, you got the answer.
Yes. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Some of my friends, colleagues are also there. I welcome them all. If somebody is having any question, Dr. Ajay. I think people got busy somewhere.
Hemantji, this is Rajiv this side. I had one
Please.
question.
Please.
Yeah, ma'am. So I think this was very comprehensive, and like Hemantji said, I also had a lot of questions while you were running the program, and you exactly answered those questions. Especially like considering what kind of practices are there in the West and what we are following. Now my question is like from the student point of view, say to make legal education very attractive in India, say at the
Rajiv
inception
sir,
stage.
excuse me, Rajiv sir, can you please switch on your camera? Actually, it would be quite easier for us to answer you. Even ma'am could see you. Please.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Please.
So, ma'am, yeah. So my question was, say at the inception stage, say somebody wants to start wants to pursue a career in law. So in that way, as a student, I mean, what skills and competencies are required in them to start a career fresh in law?
Very good question.
Yeah.
So the first thing is that you should have a very open concept that I am going to become a lawyer. See, I'll give you an example. When the students they come in their first year, this is my experience of 22 years without any exception. 95% of the students they come and they say this when I ask them, okay, just tell me what will you do after completing your degree. 95% without any exception, whether they go to NLUs, whether they go to any other top private universities or any state universities. So they say 95% of them that ma'am will join corporate firm, corporate lawyering will do, because corporate firm is a very lucrative offer from them.
Yeah.
When they by the time they come in their second year, it reduces to 80%. Because some of the students they know okay, litigation is also very good. Then karte when they come to their fifth year, then they only 15 to 20% students they sit in the placements for the corporate, and the rest of the students somebody they start their own law firm, some join their law firm, some wants to prepare for the judicial this thing and everything. But the thing is, first of all is focus, and the second thing is take all your internships very seriously. In law education, what I have seen is internships plays an important aspect in shaping the career of a student. Student generally they say, okay, see, and especially if it is an unpaid. Nowadays, so nobody pays, but yes, अगर आप लकी हैं कहीं मिल गया, but unpaid internships पे students जो हैं they get this feeling कि free का नौकर मिल गया. But no, internships is the most important aspect of this thing. Attend your even if you have attended 60% of the classes, but if you have done your 4 weeks of internships in a very diligent way, regularly and with full rigorously, so nobody can stop you from being a successful legal professional, whether you join up this thing. This is, for example, I'll tell you an incident. There was a student in I think 2014 or 15, so very mediocre student, but he was very he was very focused. I want to be a judicial officer. That was always, he never missed any of the internship opportunities, did it in a very diligent way and everything. He never took any judiciary coaching, and as I said, he was a very mediocre student. So, and imagine he is the only example in my whole career who, cleared the UP judiciary exam in the first, attempt. He was just 23. Now he is working as a judicial magistrate. He was just 23. And the only thing was he was very focused. He took his internships very, seriously. Generally, what happens, students, they do not take their, thing. The first thing. Second thing is research is very important. Students, they feel that research is the most boring, thing, especially the first years. No, this research is going to pay you in the long run. So
Absolutely.
internships and research, because when you are doing the internships, automatically research will come in between. These are the most important aspects.
Absolutely,
Otherwise,
absolutely.
I
I
have
think
seen
that
students
was
who
bang
never
on. Yeah.
attended classes, but still they are very successful.
Yeah. So that
Yes.
kind of a concentration, focus, and mindset needs
Yes,
to be
yes,
there, or
yes.
needs to be internalized in the students in order to pursue a career in law.
Yes,
Thank you so
correct.
much, ma'am. That really answers my question.
Thank
Thanks a
you
lot.
so much.
One more question is there from our assistant librarian, ma'am. Since I have been sitting in the library, he gave me the question, was feeling shy to ask you the question. He was saying, sir, I have been in library for last 12 or 15 years, almost 15 years experience is there. But he has been seeing the attitude of the students that very less students are coming to join the library. And he fears that these libraries are going to be vanished now, since everything is there online. Although it is not related to that what we have been
No,
discussing.
sir, but this is a very relevant and very serious question, and this is not only in your institution. This is everywhere.
Yeah.
Now this virtual library has taken place in the physical, but see, nothing can compare to a traditional library. But yes, this footfall of the students, it has become a very low thing. One thing. Second thing is, now everybody is having a mobile, smartphones in their hands. So they get every article, is every book, every article, every news, in their mobile phone. So they are least interested. You will be surprised that in law, when we study, because see, most of the subscription, these databases, they are subscription based.
Yeah.
And the remote access is not given. So if you accessing the Manu Patra or Nexus or this and that, so it is not, remote access is not given. Still the students, they do not turn up. And
Right.
when the Bar Council of India, when they come for the visit, the first thing they ask, okay, just show your accession register, how many students they generally visit on everyday basis. But this is this is a fact, and we have to accept this. I remember I went to a library in US. So I was wondering ki where is their library and this and that. I could not find their library. So finally I asked them, okay, where is your library? So they said, we do not have any library. I said, why? Because everything is virtual. I said, but still the feeling of having a library is something else.
Something
आपको भी ना,
else.
लेकिन वो library की feeling ही अलग होती है.
Of course.
He said, no, students, they do not turn up. So there is no mandatory requirement. So
Yeah.
they said, no, in US there is no mandatory requirement and we don't have any. So everything is virtual. We give passwords to the students. So students, by sitting in their washroom, in their drawing room, in their car, so they can have the access to this thing. So yes, libraries are vanishing, but it's a very sad point.
So, ma'am, do you have some suggestion as we can woo to the students to come to the
The
library?
only thing is, as I worked in my previous institution, so what they have done, so but this is a very impractical. I think that this is a very impractical, but they have done it. So what they have done, they made a
Like
corner of
period.
cafe coffee day
Okay.
in the library.
Yeah.
So and the corner is at the end of the library. And
Right.
they have made, okay, you can take, there is no eating thing is not allowed, but yes, you can take a coffee and then you can sit with. So there we have seen the changes, but see, it's a very impractical idea. Everybody cannot afford this, everybody cannot do this. So but incentives can, I think incentives can be given to the students to
To the
attend, in case if
students.
there are, after every 10 footfalls we give you one attendance, or
Of
for the
course.
library or this and that. But
We
I
have
don't know
to,
whether
of course, this is
how
very
feasible
challenging.
it
As you were
is.
saying that in our time, we never used to see a moot court and all. But ma'am, I remember we had very
I remember I
fabulous
completed
professors.
my, yes, I
Although,
completed my PhD sitting in the library,
yes,
making
yes.
notes and everything. There was no photocopy, there was no computers, no library, nothing was there.
Although moot courts were not there, but we used to have hypothetical moot courts, and teacher used to make in the class only. So it was tremendous. Means I should not say that I was hurt, Actually, my guide was from your university. Dr. Ashok Kumar Mittal was my guide from Kurukshetra University. So I was thinking that really ma'am is saying correct that earlier moot courts were not there, but still we feel that our professors were 10 times better than us. As we are struggling for calling them to library, for calling them to class. Even as I saw the performance of Pradhanna, she is very good speaker. But I saw that even we just rationalized. But I don't know what is happening to this.
No, but this is everywhere, even in our law school or in my previous institution, what we used to do, or we are still doing it. So when we ask the students to, okay, you attend a moot court, this competition, or you attending. So we tell them, in case if you do not turn up, we'll deduct 5 attendance. If you come up, we'll give you 5 attendance. So this is the, thing that we tell the students, and the students, they are not turning up.
So, ma'am,
This generation is completely different.
we have taken your,
Not an issue, sir. I was
but
prepared.
again, I would come to woo you to the sceneries of the university.
yes, please,
Shoran,
please,
are you
sir.
there, beta? Do we have Shoran there? No. Kunali, can you play the video, beta? You were saying that I have the video.
Sure, sir.
Please, beta, play the video as ma'am can see live pictures. Please.
So we have disabled the system of participation.
Okay. Let me ask.
Hello?
Let me ask.
Hello?
Shoran, ma'am.
Yes, sir.
Shoran, please play the video, beta.
Yes, sir. Sure, sir.
Please.
The Pimpri Chinchwad Education Trust has established a state private university known as Pimpri Chinchwad University at Sate, Vadgaon Mawar in Pune Metropolitan Regional Development Authority. It is a 30-acre campus of academic facilities and amenities for students and teachers to help them to achieve their fullest potential. The Pimpri Chinchwad University campus is well connected with the cities Pune and Pimpri Chinchwad by road through Mumbai-Pune National Highway number 4 as well as Mumbai-Pune Expressway. Also, railway station Kanhe is at 1 kilometer distance. The nearest airport is Pune Airport. PCU has its different verticals which prepares leaders from different fields. School of Engineering and Technology. School of Design. School of Media Arts and Communication Studies by incorporating cultural activities, events, and organized tours and trips, fostering a holistic development approach. In a sense, Pimpri Chinchwad University is not just an institution. It is a vibrant ecosystem that nurtures talent, fosters creativity, and provides a platform for students to thrive in every aspect of their academic journey. PCU Bus Transport provides service across the city. Pimpri Chinchwad University, transformative education that empowers success in a rapidly evolving world.
Shoran,
It's beautiful.
Shoran,
Beautiful campus.
can you listen me, Shoran?
Yes, sir. You are audible.
I wanted you to play the picture where we had some sceneries. Unfortunately, you played something else. I would send ma'am. If we have, you can play that.
Yeah, please.
Yes, sir. I'll try.
Please try. These were also, ma'am, real pictures of the university. Those are our students. Those joined us
It's a
last
good
time.
campus. It's a huge campus, I can see.
Yeah, campus is very good. Huge campus is there, and the most beautiful thing is that we are, we are covered with the hills.
Ma'am was telling me
Yes.
Lonavala is just 24 kilometers.
It is very near to us. It is very near to us. I think she has some.
Hello, sir.
Yes, Sharon.
Hello.
Yes, beta. हाँ बोलो. Oh, we are very sorry, ma'am. She was busy with the ma'am today. So I have been sitting with ma'am. I'll send you, ma'am. You will definitely be attracted to the campus. And really, we had a very good session. Still, students are not ready to leave me. Kunali, bolo, beta, kya bolna hai? You wanted to say something? Kunali, are you there?
Sir, yes, sir.
Please.
Sir, I want to share the video.
Please share.
Actually, we have disabled the screen sharing of participants. Can you please turn it on?
Okay, let me ask Sharon. Sharon, are you there?
Yes, sir, it is enabled.
It is enabled, beta. Actually, examination is also on, ma'am. So they take exam by 12:30. That's why we got the time of 3 o'clock. They can be.
Hello.
Yes, ma'am. Kunali, voice is not there.
Is it audible now?
Voice is not there. Otherwise, pictures are there. No problem. It can be seen by ma'am. Okay, I'll send it separately to ma'am, right? I think
Sir, you can send it to me. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely I'll send. She has been trying from her place only.
Yeah.
Technical issues are there. This is the problem with earlier everything used to be live, so our teacher used to make the scenes hypothetically. Okay, no problem, Kunali. Would you like to come with some words as you asked me, sir? I would like to thank ma'am. It was a very good. Actually, parallelly they are sending me message.
Okay.
Kunali, she is also the student of second year of BTech. They don't have concern with law. but they are crazy that we are to have.
I
new-
thought that it is conducted by School of Law, so law faculties or students would be.
No, we
Otherwise,
have
I would
started
have,
taking admissions and all, but it is just for, we have been making the series of these webinars, ma'am, just to
Mhm.
make them aware. So Kunali, if you feel like coming with some words, you are most welcome.
Sure, sir.
Please.
Good afternoon. As we come to the end of this enlightening and brilliant webinar on the National Education Policy NEP, it's my privilege to deliver the vote of thanks. First and foremost, I would like to extend my heartfelt gratitude to our honorable guest, Dr. Asha Verma, for taking the time to share her priceless knowledge and expertise with us today. Uh, your deep comprehension of NEP has given a very clear view and better understanding of its objectives, challenges, and the potential transformative potential it holds for our education system. Your insights into the various facets of the policy, ranging from early childhood education and foundational literacy to the curriculum reforms and teacher training, we got a thorough understanding of the NEP and its far-reaching implications. Your passion and commitment to educational reform are truly inspiring, and we are immensely grateful for your time and contribution. So thank you so much, and I would also like to extend my heartfelt gratitude to our university as well as Dr. Hemant Sharma for organizing this webinar. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, University, and Dr. Hemant Sharma, Manimala ma'am, for making me part of this wonderful event. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much,
Have a
ma'am.
nice
Thanks for
day.
joining us. Still, people are waiting, but I have no time, and I would like to bother you again. I
Yes,
would
sir.
like
Sure,
you,
sure. Anytime, anytime,
because
sir.
one general session should be there on NEP also. Some are
Yes.
there. They are saying that ma'am spoke very well since being in law. She spoke very well on NEP. Actually, everybody wants exposure about NEP. Still, many confusions are there, but you are very
Yes.
clear with these all. So, ma'am, on behalf of this trust and Pimpri Chinchwad University, I would like to thank you again and again. I am running short of words to thanks as I consumed your almost 2 hours. So thank you very much, ma'am, and I would like to see you live here.
Yes,
Right?
sir. Anytime.
Whenever you feel like coming, ma'am, you are always welcome, and
Yes,
it's a
sir,
very
sir.
good place. And for next 6 months, it would be like heaven. So we are at very good place, and as I told you that we would like to see you again and again. So please don't mind if I bother you again.
No, no, not at all, sir. Thank you so much. All.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Very much. Bye-bye.
God bless us all.
Thanks a lot, ma'am. Good night ahead. Thank you. Thanks all participants. Thanks all students, whoever joined. Thank you very
Thanks
much.
a lot, Dr. Hemant ji.
Thank you, Rajiv sir. Thank you, Neeraj.
Good day,
Thank you,
everyone.
Konali. Thank you, Madam Manimala. Madam is also there. Sakshi, Sharan. Thank you very much. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Bye, sir. Welcome, sir.
Bye, beta. Start studying for the examination. You have examination day after tomorrow. So best of luck.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
beta.
Thank you,
Best
sir.
of luck.